Uh, Everybody, I want to welcome you, especially. So, talking about how LASTMA, especially, let me begin even by congratulating everybody for seeing yet another such Eid break. Wherever you are, whatever you're enjoying, I want to greet you. Happy Salah, happy everything. But just don't forget that while this is happening, all of us are going back to start. They have started bugging the network again. I told you. But anyways, let's continue. Now, I have somebody on the live show who has also had experience similarly with LASTMA. What he did with him is similar to what he did to me, but in his own experience, he fought them as a lawyer and he won. So he wants to share the experience with us to tell us how to go about it, sharing using his own experience. His name is Gbolahan Ogunyemi. You're welcome on the show, sir. How are you today?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Shogun. Good morning, Negotians. Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Bola Ogoyemi.
All right. I saw some pictures and an article. All right. So
Pardon?
and I saw some pictures on social media on your page. While I decided to embark on research of on people who have had experiences with LASTMA and Lagos Task Force team on the road. So I said, let me contact you and see if you could share your experience with us, how it went, and how you resolved it. So I want to start by asking you to tell us your name, introduce yourself properly, and then tell us that day exactly what happened, how did it happen, and how did you resolve it?
Okay, I think that was 15th, on the 15th day of July 2020.
This
I
month.
was on my way,
Okay.
yeah, this month, just about 15, that's 15, 16 days ago. Yes, because today is 31st or so. So, that was 15th day of July 2020. I was on my way to office. My office is at Lekki Phase 1. So, on my way going, I started hearing unusual sound. You know, when you drive and, when you use a car for a long time now and you start to hear something that is unusual, you know that there's an issue. So, I was still driving and I felt okay before the mechanical issues with the car, which I have no explanation to. I'm not a mechanic, I'm a lawyer. So I had to just look for the nearest bus stop to pull over in order to talk to my mechanic. I felt that was the best decision to take as a road driver or a commuter. One, I didn't want to obstruct traffic, and I also did not want to put my safety at risk and the safety of other drivers or users of the road at risk by, using my phone on the highway, which I also know is an offense. So I got to Jack on the bus stop, pulled over there, and I'm this kind of person. I use office Wi-Fi in the office, Wi-Fi at home. So sometimes when I'm transiting on the road, I might not have internet to use on my phone. I'm not bothered because I know when I get to my destination, I would use internet. So when I got down, I tried calling. I exhausted my card. I had to just patronize all these people that sell recharge card at Jaconde.
Yeah.
So it was less than 5 minutes. As I went there, bought the car loaded, and I was talking back to where my car was, I saw last month people about four in number with their towing vehicle, that their towing truck, fixing their truck to my car, that front bonnet or bumper. So I paced up, ran them like, guys, what are you guys doing? This is my car. Why are you towing my car or impounding on my car? They said I'm illegally parked, that I parked illegally and I shouldn't have stopped. And I was trying to engage the person, politely to let the person know that I'm not illegally parked. This is a bus stop, and the essence of a bus stop is for, one to stop. And it's not saying that it is only exclusively reserved to commercial vehicles. My vehicle is registered in Lagos. I pay all the rates and taxes on cars and everything, and I have the access to a bus stop to stop. So the guy said they fixed it. They are going to the station, and that if they want it, if I want it removed, that I have to settle them. I said settle them. I said I'm not settling them. He said that if you are not ready to pay 15,000 naira, that they would take the car away.
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm with you.
Yeah. So
Go ahead, go ahead.
okay, okay, good. I'm actually trying to see if I can share this on my page on Facebook. So that's the what I'm trying to do. But it's okay. So
You can share
I
it later, so just go ahead.
okay, okay, I will do that later then. So I told them like I'm not guilty of any offense here, and I demand that my car be removed. They said no, that if I'm not ready, that they will take me to the station. That in fact, the Oga is at the back, and he has demanded that cars will take him to the station. I said, okay, if that is what you want, let's go to the station. I need to go and talk to your boss. I was getting angry at that point. So I entered the car. That already, I think I sent you pictures of that.
Yeah,
So they
I'm
fixed
already
it.
displaying the pictures. Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm playing the
okay, that's
pictures
fine.
live now. Yeah.
So one of the LASTMA officer at that bus stop when we were about moving said he wanted to join me, at the in the car, the front seat beside the driver's seat. So I told him no, you don't have to join me. You came with your truck, enter your truck. So they whisked the car away, and we were going. They turned, and when we were going, they stopped again. One of them came down to ask me that, let's resolve this issue now. How much do I want to pay? I said I'm not paying a dime. Firstly, I wasn't illegally parked. Secondly, even if in court, assuming without considering, like we say as lawyers, that I even committed or violated the traffic law, whatsoever I'm supposed to pay should be paid into the government's account as a revenue generating, strategy for the state government, not into your personal account. Doing that, that means I'm also contributing to the rots in the system.
Hmm.
It's bribery. They said that I don't do such. So they got angry. they left. We left again. We continued on the journey. These guys, they actually don't want to take you to the station. That is their last resort. What they actually want is intimidate Lagosians that drive, tell them they've committed an offense and use that as an avenue to extort people. So it is when you try to prove stubborn or probably you are not yielding, you are giving them, if you even want to negotiate, maybe they are saying 10,000 naira, you are making them with 2,000 naira. Then they might ask, okay, it seems you don't want to cooperate. It seems you are new in Lagos. We'll take you to the station where you pay more, and
learn.
also you will learn. You'll be denied the use of your car. So okay, so that was that happened. We were going, and to my surprise again they stopped the second time, and one man came. He was like, okay, lawyer. They don't want to lose now. So I said that they said you are arguing with them or you are fighting with them. I said fighting with them. I'm inside the car. I will laugh. Even when I wasn't inside the car, we were at the bus stop. I didn't fight with anybody. I don't fight. I talk to you, as a civil person. So I said I didn't fight with anybody. I'm in the car. He said I should negotiate with them. I said there's no negotiation here. I know. So he entered again. I don't know what they said inside that truck. They were going, we got to their station and dropped the car. So when they did that, immediately they stopped. I got down from the car, started video recording them and taking pictures and all. So at that point, they got angry. And I said, why would you be angry that I'm recording? Is it not my car? Am I supposed to just fold my hands? You take my car to your station. I don't even know if the station is legitimate at that point, and just walk away. And I would, because there are a lot of crimes and fraudsters in Lagos. So and I would just go and come back, and for people to tell me that place where they brought your car to is not LASTMA office, or those people are not LASTMA officers. So and the car is is gone or all gone. So that you can't stop me from recording. He took my car. I'm supposed to. He told me I have to leave my car
They
here.
did not want
You're
you to
about
record.
deflating my car. Yeah, they don't want me to record.
The
So
same thing they did
I
to me.
insisted.
Yeah.
Wow. So I insisted, and while I was doing that, they I don't know how they gave the thoughts around their thoughts nudge. So those about a guy or two just came to me to just struggle the phone from my hand. I was like, ah. I
If you
said,
are if you
guy,
are not doing something shady, why can't I record? This
yeah, I
is not
said,
a
guy,
secret
what,
affair. It's an open affair.
yeah,
Why can't I record myself in a situation? What's the
what,
problem with that?
so I told him that are you fine? Are you sure you are fine? I actually spoke in Yoruba because I was angry and all.
Mm.
Are you sure you are fine? I'm recording. I'm using my phone. You snatch. Is it your phone? Why can't I record what I'm doing? You are recording. Blah blah blah. I'm
The same
taking
thing they told me.
the
You
in
know.
case of LASTMA officers as showing. I said I didn't have beside my car, so why won't their face show? If you're not beside my car and I'm taking record, your face would not show. So I told him I demanded the release of my phone. Like, you have to give me this phone now and all. So he gave it back to me. I collected it. They thought I would stop. Probably that would, deter me. I continued again. And they collected the phone the second time. That same 15th of July. So they collected it. So one or two of their, I don't know who those persons were, but they were mufti. The man came to me, was like they should release the phone, what happened, and narrated, and the guy was like, I should have, resolved the issue with those boys
By paying
and
them
all.
on the road.
He didn't say that they said resolve, right?
Hey,
But how best
it's the same thing they
would you
told me.
solve issues without paying them? So I told the man that I didn't commit any crime. I didn't violate Lagos State traffic law. In fact, I know Lagos State traffic law because sometimes in 2017, yeah, or thereabouts, I had a client who had issues with road, using of road and everything. So the person got to die in the process. I'd
Mm.
combed through the law, in a bid to discharge my legal services and also get him out of the issues he was in then. So I'm actually familiar with the law, and I know that I didn't do anything wrong. So I told the guy, was like, if I'm not ready to resolve issue, that they will take me inside. So in fact, I need to see the boss, the head of this office here. So I got in. They didn't allow me to see him, and I insisted. They said no, that he's not around. This, that, that, that. I had to take me to his office. They didn't. So they took me to one man. I think they call him GDO, Sarafa or so. So they took me to him, and he was like, what happened? And narrated my own part. They had gone ahead of me to brief him and, to praise him.
Normally,
And
that's what they do.
this guy is adamant to he's been proving difficult. They've also expended costs now. They put money in their towing vehicle, use the towing truck, and yet he don't want to pay. So I told him I'm a lawyer. I introduced myself. Said I didn't do anything wrong. I had issues with my car. I had to pull over at the nearest bus stop. And I even told him that what is expected in a sane climb, in a climb that works, is that even if you see my car in distress, see somebody parked that way, and you feel that, okay, I shouldn't be there, you should approach me, probably with, say, the owner of the car, and see how you can even assist me get out of that issue. I told them, you guys, the way you guys do, you is as if you behave as if you are laying ambush for your prey. And no, that is not how it's supposed to be. So the guy, all I said fell on his deaf ears. Definitely, the money they needed wasn't forthcoming. So the guy now said he would give me tickets or refer me to court. He actually wanted to intimidate me with that for me to, most people don't like going to court. Like, oh, court will allow this and that. If, tax court has probably place for criminals and all. So I said, court, if you want to take me to court, I don't wish court.
I prefer that.
I don't. I said I prefer that. I'm a lawyer. It's my arena. We don't threaten fish with water. That is where I swim and eat and do everything
Exactly.
from. So what would you say? So I told him, okay, refer me to court. I would take that option because he wanted to give me a ticket of 30,000 naira.
Mm.
So 20,000 for illegal parking,
I
ten
have your
thousand
ticket
naira
here. Continue.
for 2 weeks. I said no, I'm not accepting that. So he referred me to court. I sent you the ticket. So on the referral form, I saw that I was referred to the mobile court in Moshod. I was even asking him that there should be a branch on the island because I'm aware there's a branch on the island, probably in VI Law School as this. So he said it is Oshodi, their headquarters, and I should be there tomorrow. This and that. I said, would you guys be there? Because I don't want this issue to drag for too long. I used my card for my day-to-day, work, legal services, and everything for
Everybody.
commuting. So yeah, so I said, so if you're referring me to court, I want a situation where you would take me to court and you will be there. Said I should go, that I'll meet them there. This, that, that. I said, okay, that's fine. So I collected it. I left the station, went back to the office, continued with my work. Okay, when that happened, when I was with them in the morning, I had to call office to tell them, oh, I have an issue with LASTMA that I will be late and blah blah blah, and I got the concession from my boss. So I got to the office, narrated a bit too, and told them, okay, they've referred me to court, and I'll be there tomorrow. So as early as possible, I had to be in court. Took a private taxi to court, all this cab to court and all. So I got to court like 8:30 because they told me they would be there by 9, and the court sits by 9. So I got there by 8:30, waited. Lo and behold, at last, the mobile court team came, the magistrate, the registrar, and everyone. So we were there. And in that process, when we were outside, some last month people too came because when I got there, I think when the court was about to be in session, I think I saw about 15 or 20 people there about. So in the process, some last month people came and told told us that were waiting that it's better for you to plead guilty irrespective of the offense or the law you've violated. Plead guilty. This, that, that, and I said, okay. The people were saying that,
Last
okay,
month
they will
people were
plead,
telling you that.
telling them, when you plead guilty, the trial will summary, and they will give you the penalty that amount to be paid. And also, it's an opportunity to also plead for.
Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
okay, it's an opportunity for you to plead for leniency. They call it allocutus in
Okay.
the legal terminology for leniency and all. So that's that they told them. So, but when I came in, they read everything, and I told them I'm not guilty. At that point, I told okay, because they also have a defense lawyer for those who don't have lawyers to defend their cases. And now the person that will talk to the magistrate or speak to the magistrate to say, okay, apply for leniency for this defendant, blah blah blah. So I told the magistrate that I'm a lawyer, I'm not guilty, and that I would want to defend my case myself. So I pray for myself, to exercise my right under, I think it's section 36 or so of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I think the magistrate also took judicial notice of that fact. Excuse me.
Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So the case was adjourned. To 21st of July. That should be on a Tuesday. So I think 21st of July. So on a Tuesday, I was in court as well. That first time, they said they were going to be in court the following day on the 16th of July. They didn't show up. It was only their lawyer, their prosecutor, that was in court. On the 25th too, they didn't show up. I was also in court as early as possible before 9, waited and everything. When the matter came up, I went up and spoke. The magistrate asked the prosecutor, okay, where is the LASTMA officer? And the prosecutor was saying that the LASTMA officer is not around, that they want another date, blah, 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 and all. Okay. In court proceeding, you allow the prosecutor to talk, the court records the person. So when it got to my turn, I told the court that on the 15th, my car was impounded illegally. I was taken to the station. These guys gave me a ticket and on the referral form, and on it, they said I should come before the court on the 16th. So they were aware that the court was going to sit on the 16th and they were supposed to be in court. So they, in disrespect to the court, they didn't show up on the 16th. The court adjourned to 21st, which was that day, and yet they are not here. I told the court that it was a deliberate attempt to waste the time of the court and also my time. And it's also obvious that they are not diligent in the prosecution of this case. So it was on that premise I applied for the case to be struck out on the basis of lack of diligent prosecution. So the court, to God's glory and by God's grace, accepted my position and struck out the case, and also ordered an unconditional release of my car.
That
So
is
that
the court they
happened.
did not want you to go to.
Yes,
They didn't want you to go because they were not ready to even go.
yes, they
That is the
weren't ready to
summary of
go.
it. They
So
knew
they
they
don't
would
have.
not want to go to court with you. So they will want
Yeah,
you to pay at their office, threaten you with tickets, so that
yeah.
you will be agitated, or you have a sense of urgency to pay and take your car. You don't
That
want to
that
go to court with
yeah,
them. Whereas
yeah.
they are also afraid
That
of
is
going
their
to court.
strategy. That is in fact their strategy.
Okay.
That's in fact their strategy. They prey on people's on the fact that people are in a hurry, and in Lagos now everybody is in a
Everybody
hurry.
now, hurry, hurry.
Yeah, we're always in a hurry. We drive hurriedly, everything in a hurry and all. So
Mm.
it's a psychological
Manipulation,
strategy
yeah.
or weapon or manipulation. So they play on it, and you feel like, wow, I need to probably be at the office by 9 or be at a meeting. Now if I don't settle them and I don't have access to my car, that's definitely stressful. It's either you get a Uber or a cab, or you have to
Or look for a mopo
enter.
or soldier that has a bike,
Pardon me.
or you look for a soldier or a mopo that runs a bike
Because there's
business.
even no bike again. There's no
No, no, no.
Gokada and
They still
everything.
operate. Oh. After
Mm-hmm.
in my own experience, after they seized
Yeah,
my car, and I
yeah,
left it for them, and I told them I'm exploring the court option. I'm not interested in patronizing you. 50,000 naira
okay.
for what? To rescue
So
somebody
they
by
have
roadside,
50,000
50,000.
from you.
Yeah, that's what it. I have the video. I had the conversation with the
Wow.
person who gave me the ticket. He said it is 50,000 naira because they were going for a layer now. He told me that the court will be on break. He told me the court is on break, so I should pay 50,000 naira and collect my car and go. I said, Laji, I would rather go to wait for court to resume and go with you to court. So by the
Wow.
time they didn't even allow me access my car, they didn't allow me take what I needed from the car. They wanted me to pay first. That's the sense of urgency manipulation they were
Mm.
doing. So last, when I looked for cab, I could not find at Oshodi. I later resorted to. I saw a soldier looking for passenger to go to toll gates at Songo. Me and my colleague. So we had to look for soldier that was riding bike because there were
Wow.
task force men. Yeah, there were task force men on the road. Yanokpaja, Abuli, Egba, all those places, all those major bus stops before you get to Ogun State. They were task force men, but there are bikes that they permit to go through that BRT lane if you have uniform. So that was the,
Wow.
yeah, that was the alternative I explored. But it was expensive.
I can imagine.
It was
Even
expensive.
the stress and
It was
everything.
even faster because I'd already
Mm.
wasted time at their office, at LASTMA office. It was
Yeah.
expensive, but it was faster because In less than 20 minutes, we were already at Tollgate going to Songo. But anyways, let me not
Okay.
stop you. Go ahead. So after,
I don't think me. I'm actually brave enough to take Okada. I
no, no, no.
actually dread.
Yeah,
I dread motorcycle, but it's okay. I have to take taxi to the office.
okay.
Expanded cost I didn't bargain or budget for the day, but things happen. So, but I was just adamant that no, you guys cannot go above with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just good. There's some Nigerians who, due to the fact that they're in a hurry or they don't want, they see it as trouble and everything. They easily increase their palm and just go carry your wallet and go. Let
And
me
let me go.
continue with my work. But I
Mm,
thought if we continue to do this, we're also contributing to the rot. We keep
absolutely.
complaining about corruption in high places. It was even, I think, it was during that period when we're talking about the NDDC contract in Abuja high level, but even at our own municipal or local level, things too
Mm-hmm.
are not going right. So we need
Absolutely.
to probably, what I tell people, light your corner or lit up your corner. Do the right thing. Let's together fix this thing. So I just
Mm-hmm.
felt no, I'm not going to accede to this extortion. And even if it would take 1 month, 2 months at the station, I would not mind because I know that I wasn't wrong. And even if it took that process, I will still probably at the end of the day go back to court and also claim damages for illegal detention of
Absolutely. Yes.
and also other incidental fees or claims.
Mm-hmm.
So that I actually did. So where was I? I was at the station. They referred me to court. I was there. The second time, I asked for the court to strike it out. The court acceded, struck it out, got the order certified, and got back to their station. I think that was on Wednesday. So and all I thought was that okay, you took me to the court. I've gotten the court order. Now this is the court order. I think I didn't snap that to you. This is the court order, and I gave it to that same man that referred me to the mobile court. He took his time, oh, he read. After reading, okay, can you give me my car keys, release my car in compliance with the court order? He said no, that I can't do that. And it's within his scope of work that I would need to talk to his area commander. I said, okay, talk to area commander.
But if you
Spoke
had
to area
paid,
commander.
they will not need to do all of
Madam,
that. I said, but if you had paid without going to court, they will not need to do all of
def-
that.
definitely. So I had to wait. He spoke with the man. The man said it was within Lekki houses. So I had to wait for about 20 minutes thereabout. So when the man came, the GDO had to come to meet him. Probably told him the guy we refer to court has come with court order. Blah blah blah. So I approached the man, introduced myself. A lawyer. I was referred to court. This, that, that. This is the order of court stating that or ordering the unconditional release of my car. So I gave it to him. He was like, Mr. Man, I don't have time to read this. Excuse me. I don't have time to read this court ruling now that I should go and come back on Wednesday. And I think that should be probably at 12:01 p.m. Like, this is just a 3-page document. You won't even take 15 minutes max to read this thing. So why would I go and come back? And I had to explain to him that, do you know the inconvenience that has been inflicted on me? My car has been here for, at that point, it was about a week and a day or so. My car has been here for this long. I've been denied the use and the enjoyment of my car. Now you are telling me to go and come back in order to store.
You
They said
see,
your guy,
after all this
your,
inconvenience,
your junior officer here, the DGO, had read it. So he knows what is stated therein in the order. So I told him, he said, no, I should go and come back. I said that I'm not going to come back. I live in Lagos. I pay my taxes, and it's part of my money that is used in paying your salary. A salary is being paid by taxpayers' money, which includes mine. Those were my lines, which includes mine. So I demand that you discharge the function of your office dutifully. I actually went there with one of my colleagues in the office. So we were there, and I was talking to him. That one too was like, he's an elderly man in his 40s. So I was not saying that. Well, that you shouldn't approach this matter. This I said, I'm actually embarrassed. I have to tell him that. So I said you have a vested interest in this issue. If you don't have a vested interest in this issue, if you referred me to court, last month is a creation of law, you referred me to court, I came back with that same court order or ruling, and yet you're proving difficult. Now, what else do you expect me to do? So, I was like, so it was at that point I told, because I was holding my phone this way, I told I'm recording you. Then I said, sir, everything we've been talking about since you came, I'm recording it, audio recording. So I'm not doing it secretly. I'm letting you know that I'm recording you. And this action of yours is what we call contempt of court. It amounts to contempt of court. And I said there is, I think that actually shook him, and he calmed down at that point. When he knew I was recording, and I was, I had to tell him about contempt of court if he doesn't know anything about it. So, I said there's an operational procedure to follow. I said, don't know wow. Which kind of operational? Yeah, this is our Lagos. So after you've seen the court order, everything stamped, seal, everything of the court is there. It's still it. So okay, what is operational procedure? That he does not understand legal terminologies, so he would refer the ruling to the legal department or the head of legal of LASTMA in Hausa, in Oshodi again, the headquarters. I was like, what? This is the fourth time I'll be going to shoot. From Lekki Aziz. Like, this is just too stressful. But he said that is operational procedure. He said, yeah, I was determined. I was resolute about saying it to a conclusive end. I've started the process. I'm going to conclude it. By God's grace, God help me. So said, okay, if that is what you're saying and you're adamant that that's the procedure, I will. So I couldn't go that. I think that was probably, I was there on Wednesday to demand for the release. Tuesday that Wednesday was when I went to the station. So we were supposed to go on Thursday. I couldn't go because of pressing office work and tax to be done. So I sent somebody because my personal less appearance wasn't needed. All they needed was to submit the ruling, compliance, and probably give a ticket of release. So I sent someone there from the office who did that for me. On Thursday, it came back a bit late because it was delayed there. It was there as early as possible. It wasn't attended to probably 2. Traffic on the road and everything, so that delayed him. He came back late and we couldn't go back to LASTMA office. So on Friday I was there with because they said they needed their legal director to minute on it, confirm it and say release, give them an instruction for release. So we got that from the director, and I took it there again on Friday. I was also there with another colleague or staff from the office. So I did that because of my initial experience of mishandling me and all. So if they would do that again, let it be in the presence of somebody I brought along that can serve as a witness in court. So because ordinarily, none of them or their thoughts will want to witness on my behalf to say that in fact and in truth that they assaulted. So I had to bring somebody from the office. So and that also premeditated it that it might also go that way. So that Friday I got there. As I was entering into their compound, that was how one of their agberos, their touts. It was the same guy that deflated my tires on the 15th of July. And it was also the one that even threatened me with a weapon, all these their tools, That's 15th of July. That if I didn't stop recording, it's going to, stab me with it. And I told him, you can't try that. They know born you well, as when they talk for Lagos. So he didn't do that. He couldn't have done that by God's grace. So I now, when I entered the compound, I had him with my staff from the office. I had him say, why did they enter? Why did they enter? I was like, who are you? You are not a last man officer. I don't know you. And you were not in uniform. And also, I entered before I knew it. It came, blocked me from entering into the main office. I was calling me. I didn't answer him. He said, you called me. He didn't call me. We were shouting. And I don't even know you as a last man officer. So why would I give you all this? So I was there talking to him. One of the last man officer peeped from the window. What's happening? He said that, Gbolahan, your wala is even too much. This and that. He's a security man.
That's the one we mean the plan for them. Now mobilization.
So I said, he's a security man of this place. I said, this is not the security man of this place. I know this guy. They didn't know that I'd kept the image of his face in my head. I said, no, was he not the one that flicked my 4 tires the other day? He's a vulcanizer. So at that point, I now asked for Mr. Sarafa. They told me he wasn't in the office.
Sarafa is the one who signed is the GDO who signed
yes. Yeah, he was the one that signed. I think his name is even on that ticket.
Now.
Yeah. So I decided he wasn't in the office. So I peeped through his own window. And I saw him. I said, this man is here now. What are you telling me? What they just want to do is just to frustrate me.
Yeah.
Let's make it as long as possible for him to get his car, to prolong it, frustrate, and all. So I said, this is Mr. Safran, but he was 18 at that point. And I told me that he was 18, that I should go and wait outside for him. So waited outside just by the gate. They came with their thoughts came again. I should leave that place, this and that, blah blah blah. Go and stay across the road. I just chuckled. I said, I mean, you're man true. Come and carry me from where I'm seated now. Come and carry me. You don't have a waiting room in your office where ordinarily I should have, sat, or probably I should have stayed there. Now I'm on a pavement, one concrete stone, seated gingerly waiting for Mr. Sarafa to finish his food. You're telling me I can't.
When I got there too, I was busy eating. They are always eating.
Nice, because money comes in. Money comes in always.
Giving you attitude and be eating.
So why would?
I want to drink cocoa.
So that happened, and I told him I wasn't going to stand up or step up from that place. That this is a public compound. As a lawyer, I have access to every and any station in Nigeria, and I'm here. If you want me out of here, give me my keys, get my car out. I'm going to leave this place because I've given you the order of the court, and what I'm waiting for is compliance with the order. So he was ranting and everything. Before I knew it, one LASTMA officer too came. I think his name is Alabio. He came. He was smoking. Koga, leave that place. This, that. I'm not leaving this place. I get me a seat. I'm here, so I have issues with you guys in the office. I'm here as probably your guest or visitor and all. So get me a seat. If you get me a seat, I'm going to sit there. But if you're not giving me a seat, you can't tell me to just leave. So I was also trying to be a bit stubborn with them. So I continued. Before I knew it, somebody brought my key out. Because I think Mr. Sarafa had the altercations or the exchange of words. So he brought my key out and gave it to a tout to give to me. When the tout, I said, I'm not collecting this key from you because I didn't give it to you. That's what we call custody in evidence or in law. When you put stuff in custody of somebody or someone is in custody of something, it is that same person that took custody of it that should release it, or probably an officer of LASTMA if the person is not there, not a tout. because that person was looking chartered and everything. So
Mm.
I told him no, I wasn't going to collect
And they have
the
many
keys from him.
touts.
I
I
should
saw them
go
on the day.
give it back.
They have many touts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what they use the touts to do things they would want to do, but they wouldn't want to do personally. Because when they do it, you can probably snap them, take video recording, and it could lead to their loss of job. So they instigate those touts against people, against innocent Lagosians. So that's what they do. And when those proceeds also come in, there's a way they also probably settle them. I don't know their modus operandi there.
They
So
do, yeah.
uh,
Otherwise,
yeah,
how do
so
they maintain them? Yeah.
yeah, so Mr. Sarafa later came out and said I was also going to collect the key. Give me the key. I give you the key, and when I give it to you, I snap you because my car is also valuable. So it's valuable to me. So if anything goes wrong, you collected my key, I'm going to drag it with you. I
Mm.
wouldn't drag it with the house because I didn't hand over
To the touts.
my key to him to the house. So the child gave me the key and said I should. That place is bad because of the rain. Ajakonde. It's a swampy area. It is flooded with water. So they had parked the car inside the water, and there was a bus behind it. So he gave me the key, so I have access to my car. I said, but you guys parked my car inside the water. I was all dressed up for office. So I said, I can't enter this water with the way I'm dressed. Like, they parked
You
it there.
really went
You
with
should bring
trouble.
it. Yeah, that they should bring it out. He said, Oga, I don't give you your key. I should enter and
Now
take
me
okay.
drive and
And I
reach that
collect it.
place.
I should enter the water with my leather shoe and everything to get my car out. I said, okay, even if I would do that, I'd accepted to do that at that point because I know that they were also not happy with me because I trapped the issue with them and they didn't, get the stuff they wanted to achieve from the whole thing. So I collected the can I told them, okay, if I would even take my car off, there's a minibus blocking my car at the back, parked at the back of my car. Can you get the bus out while I go take my car? So I crossed, entered the water, and got into where the car was parked. So they were still trying to do that. So when I got to where the car was, I was displeased about the state of the car, the
I can
little
see.
damage,
Yeah, I can
yeah,
see it.
on the car, and all. So I took my phone to snap the car. That even if I'm going to take it out, I just said, let me snap it at least as evidence of how my car looked like and the state it was when I was taking the car. As I was doing that, some of the accountants I saw me doing it. So that was how he ran out to call Sarafa and some of the last
And
man
harass you again.
officers. This one is even the peak.
Mm.
The one I experienced on the 15th of July was a child's play.
Hmm.
The main day one was the day of Friday. That was when, which day was that? Friday. Friday. If 21st is Tuesday, Wednesday 22nd, 23rd. I think that should be 24th of
24th.
July. Yeah, 24th. So so that was how the last man officers came in, and they told me that I'm recording the compound. I said I didn't record the compound. All I did was to snap my car, and I don't think that is an illegal act.
You brought my car
It's my
into your
car.
compound. My car
Yeah,
never wanted to be in your compound.
we parked inside the compound. So when he now said, and before I can even take that car out, then they should go and lock the gates. And also the car that was the vehicles that was behind me, they stopped taking because the person was trying to reverse and get it out. So they stopped to block the gate, or close the gate, and all. Like I had to delete all the pictures I've taken from the
Before you
phone
can take your car.
before I can ask my like, you guys don't know who you are dealing with.
Now you think.
I'm not just an ignorant negotiator. I'm a lawyer. I know my rights, and I also defend people's rights.
People's rights.
So if I get mad on people's cases and I defend them, is it now my own case that I will not know what to do? That I will not know what to do. So I I chuckled. I said I wasn't going to delete any picture because I had all the pictures I've taken since 15th of July. I'd not even saved them up on probably in
Other cloud.
cloud or
Yeah.
drive and everything. So they are still not in a secured place for me to access. And I know if they have access to that phone, all the pictures, all the evidence that I have
Previous ones were gone.
will probably go away. So I insisted. I kept the phone inside my pocket and I supported my hand with the phone. I put my hand inside the pocket. So I now went outside the compound because they said I wasn't going to go out. I wasn't going to drive out. So I went outside the compound. So now Mr. Sahafa told them, really, that they should go and meet me. That I have gone out and I want to transfer those pictures probably to people on WhatsApp, probably to my wife or, so people I know, my friends on WhatsApp just to secure it.
Mm.
That was how about 3 or 4 just came to surround me. Oh God, bring that your phone out. Bring it out. I said, Benny, is it your phone?
Now,
Now you buy
touts, they have touts. Now touts them be.
the touts they have in
Yeah.
that place, man. When
The
you see
touts
them,
they use, yeah.
they are dread looking touts.
They,
They look
I saw them
so
too.
dreadful.
They wanted to try some stuff with me. I said, Abi, you they mad? I can't record my car. You are mad.
So those guys were trying to drag my hand out of my pocket. I said, the guy, you are assaulting me. That's why I said, do you know that there's COVID-19 outside? You guys are too many and we are not even maintaining any distance. That please, I think I was even using my mouth at that point. That please, don't touch me. I don't know if you carry, even have COVID-19. So don't touch me and don't get too close to me. They didn't hear, all those guys know they hear English.
Oh, this was even if you speak Yoruba
So
today,
the next
oh
thing,
gosh,
as I move forward, one of them put me like, where you go? Come out this phone. Delete the picture. I said, you guys are just joking. You are not having access to this phone. It is my phone. What you are trying to do is to infringe on my rights to privacy. We don't have access to my phone. I have private things on the phone. So I was trying to let them know, to probably intimidate them with my legal jargons and all. So I tried doing that. So I think a police officer was walking by. There was a LASTMA officer too with them. So that one too was trying to talk to me. That she bring out the phone and he was touching me and trying to poke me with his hand. And I told him, Mr. Labi, you don't have right to touch me. If you want to say anything, at the distance you are keeping,
I can hear you.
which was close, I can hear you. You can talk. You shouldn't touch me and all. So touching me without my consent is assault. You are assaulting me. An officer, a police officer was around, so I had to beckon on him. Like, you are here and these guys are doing this. But please protect me from this assault and all. They didn't even bat an eye. They didn't even I suspect that. So he didn't do that. So when they continued, the Sahafatu was at a distance looking at them. Probably they would achieve their mission. Then I told them that I'm going right away to the police station. There's a police station adjoining them and houses. So I told them I was going to that police station to report the case of assault. No, you can't do this to me and get away and all. So when they heard I was going to the police station, that probably made them simmer down and probably they got scared. So I went to the police station. I didn't just make it a bluff, So I went to the police station, got to the counter, reported what happened, narrated the account to the police officer at the counter and all. So he got it and gave me an officer to follow me to the station to pick those guys. So I went there, I mentioned Sahafa, Labi, and also I think there were about 2 or 3 touts within that houses or premises when I went back. But to my surprise, the police officer did not invite the touts.
They know them. They work together.
Despite the fact that about 2 or 3 of them were there when I came back with the policeman. So he invited Sahafa and followed me back to the station, heard from them and all. So at that point, the police officer was not saying, if you referred him to court, and he has come with court order. Why are you not releasing his car? I said he recorded. He said, why can't he record? Is it not his phone? Is this not this? So the man
That's why I
said,
believe that while there are bad eggs in the police, there are good ones. While there are bad eggs
yeah.
in LASTMA, there are good ones.
Yeah, sure, they have good ones. I've experienced, I've had an issue where I had issue with my car on my way home, and it were even, I think, two last man officers helped me to push my car to a very secured place. But at the end of the day, I had to appreciate them, like, okay, thank you. That is it. If you show some kind gesture and somebody appreciates you for that, it's good. That's not
Yeah,
bribe.
yeah.
But for me, for you to demand from
Hold me
for
to
money
ransom.
from me
No,
for
no, no. I won't.
something, and probably that's extortion.
Mm.
So I must accede to the fact that LASTMA have good officers, but maybe the bad ones or the bad eggs outnumbers the good
The good
one.
ones. Yeah.
And when they outnumber them, we don't really get to see the good ones because the bad ones are always in our faces.
Mm.
So I had to, okay, the police intervened and all. So we went back to their own station, the last man station. They released the car. I drove out, and the organizer and the tag were not begging me for money. I said, "You guys are not okay," because I think I'd had the account of somebody whose car was illegally impounded as well, and after they intimidated him. I think he paid some money, he told me he paid some money. And when he was even going, they had deflated his tires. He told me they pay 1,000 naira per tire before they can inflate it
Inflate
back
them back.
and all. So for them, I was a bad case of bad business for them. They met the wrong person and all. But so when that happened, I actually got angry that this is getting too much. This arbitrariness, this high-handedness is becoming unbecoming. Sincerely, the work of a last man, the function of last man on the road, their creation is to ensure free flow of traffic. Help negotiants commute the road with less, issues on the road. Not for you to now start intimidating, oppressing, and extorting. One of the driver that took me to Oshodi, when I was trying to recount my experience, he also told me his own experience. He said they even had to use, this iron that they wear with stuff on it to puncture tires.
Sharp.
So they used it for his tires. They busted his tires.
Hmm.
I don't know where that is an law enforcement strategy that is permitted by the law, by the Lagos State traffic law, for you to damage people's property. So it has actually gotten out of hand, and I think the Lagos State government needs to wade into this. They need to curb them and clip off their wings. The way they extort negotiants, and I made a post on Facebook. Somebody said it was bringing someone from the office. They were going home apparently, and at CMS bus stop, they just stopped for the person to alight. Less than 1 minute stop. And before they knew it, they came, they blocked his car, somebody entered, and they had to pay money. So where was it supposed to stop if not at a bus stop? These LASTMA officers need to be educated. They don't even understand the law. The bus stop is a
And it is
place for
not that they do not
stopping.
understand. It is that
Maybe I should just think
it is
the
that the
best of them.
greed all
Let's
over
feel that
their
they are ignorant.
faces. No, it is deliberate. They are greedy, and they are craving money at the expense of humanity and even law and justice. Okay, if you say they are ignorant of law, are you saying they had no training before they were recruited, even upon recruitment? And are you also saying that if those operational boys on the road do not know the law, what about the Sharafa who is the GDO in the office?
Now that was what
That
I expected. What I
you
expected.
brought you brought court ruling to him that court asked you to discharge my car unconditionally, and he's still sending boys to go and attack you. Is that ignorance of law?
What I even expected on the first day was that at the point I got to their station and narrated and probably showed the evidence, because they also had the evidence of when my car was at Chapole bus stop. I thought after explaining what he would have done, because I know people in their offices, most of them are more educated than those in the field,
Without
or
the
probably on the
yeah.
road and all. So I expected him to probably just apologize and say, I'm sorry for the
For what my
inconvenience.
boys
You can
did to
take your
you,
car
yeah.
and go. If at that point, on the 15th of July, that happened, and he apologized for the unlawful operation of his voice and
Yeah.
definitely I would have, shifted my sword and I would have moved on. But they just insisted and all. So I think proper training should be done. They are trained, but they should properly train, and they should also sanction or query officers that of their work. Yes, it's just getting out of hand, and there are a lot of people with unsavory, unpleasant experiences, just like you. And just like what you also explained, that you've told me. In Lagos, it's not good. It does not even speak to the goodwill of Governor Sowolu, the Lagos State Governor. So this case needs to be checked. It needs to be checked. When I was at Oshodi, someone also told me that he had issues and the wife wanted to deliver and everything. As he was going out of the, the hospital, approaching the main road, they stopped him. They stopped him because his
Hello,
younger brother
hello, Mr. Gbolahan.
Yeah.
The audio is poor now. I don't know what is responsible for that. Perhaps the network or something. Hello.
Is it better now?
I guess it's the network. I guess it is the network. But just continue. We can hear you. It's just that the audio changed somehow and became poorer.
What I'm trying to say is that many people have different pleasant experiences with these guys, and they should be segmented. Even if there may be situations where somebody from Extort, the trafficker, if that is the case, go through the due process, even as LASTMA officer.
Okay, 1 second, please. 1 second, please. Let me try bringing you in again and see if we can solve this audio challenge. Let me try bringing him. Yeah, let me retry it if it will solve the problem. So, gentlemen and ladies, we are trying to let everybody educate themselves as to the antics of. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think it's
I think
better.
there's some comments. There are some comments on the live. What's it called now? On the live video.
Yeah, that
Some
you
people
want to
have
address.
questions. Yeah, some people are asking questions and all. But
Yeah, but I didn't want to break you though.
okay,
So
it's okay. So let me just
address as many as you
conclude.
can. Yeah.
Okay, so I have actually come to realize, due to my post, the post I made about 5 days ago, I saw people's comments, people's experiences, and I think we need to rise up collectively in solidarity as Lagosians, or probably Lagos State residents, people that reside in Lagos. I'm actually from Ekiti State. And so I even told them, I know that the combo of being an Ekiti man and also a lawyer,
My bad.
it's bad though.
You give them severe pain.
So I told them, you cannot intimidate me. I was born in Lagos. I spent over 30 years in Lagos. I was born, bred, everything in Lagos. So you can't come and be intimidating me. I'll do Gaga and all. So God, calm down. You can't do anything. So I think we need to, and I think as negotiators we need to come together.
Somebody is
collectively.
asking if you can differentiate between bus stop and bus lay-by. Bus
lay-by.
Yes. Bus stop and bus lay-by. Somebody on YouTube is asking.
On YouTube, I don't think bus lay-by is defined by what's it called,
traffic
by
law
Lagos traffic law.
as a violation.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know. Bus stop is a place to stop.
Where bus should stop.
Are you there?
Layman language.
What bus stop? Yeah, a place for bus, or it's not just bus alone. Because if you say bus, you probably say a car.
Vehicles.
A
Yeah.
car cannot stop there. If the car, his car is not
Because it is
it's
not
not
car
supposed
stop.
to. Where a car stop. It's just a terminology. It's a general terminology
Exactly.
used for
I
vehicles.
understood. Yeah.
Even what's the BRT buses actually stop at a designated bus stop. In as much it's a designated bus stop, it's a place allowed for drivers or users of vehicles on the road
Commuters
to
generally.
stop.
Mm.
Promoters generally, you get. I know there are issues where, especially all these commercial buses or cars, they stop at places not designated for stopping to pick passengers and all, and thereby causing obstruction on the road. That is wrong. That is violation of the traffic law. But if you are stopped at a designated place for stopping,
Mm-hmm.
I still do not know how to wrap my head around it or understand how that
In your own case.
is wrong.
Now,
And it's not that you even stopped permanently, or probably your car slept there
mm,
and all, because there's also what they call abandonment under the traffic
yeah.
law. When you park and you abandon your car there, they have the right to impound it and take it to their station. But that was not what happened in my own case and all. So okay, so that is what I would just say. The terminology was
the
laid by.
lay-by thing
It's
is not
actually
too common.
it's strange to me. So
The lay-by.
I wouldn't know how to answer that.
All right.
Okay.
You said you saw some other comments on Facebook that you want to quickly respond to. Have you done
Yes,
that already?
I was thinking you could. Okay, I was thinking you could pick that up because I don't know. It seems my
No,
phone.
since you saw it, I mean, because there were
Okay,
many
let me see.
comments from Facebook, from YouTube. It's not all of them that I can keep my eyes on at the same time. And if I want to start scrolling on them one by one, I'm also going to have challenge of keeping up with your own pace. So that is why.
I'm trying to read. Okay, so Sheldon, please ask Gbolahan before a go that how much was he charged to pump his tires. Very important because I knew. Okay, it's
Okay,
okay.
that person is talking about how much to pump tire.
How much I used him for? I did not. I didn't spend the time.
Okay.
I didn't spend the time at that
Because
station
if
because when I
if
went to the
LASTMA
police
punctured
station,
my, if LASTMA deflated my tire, and at the point of
they
discharge
should
I need
pump
to
it
take
back.
my car, the ones who
Yeah,
actually deflated it should pump it back for me, isn't it?
yeah.
It's as
Yeah,
simple as that.
that is very logical. So when I went to the station and I came back and I got back, I saw my tires again deflated.
Hmm.
So I told the last man, the Mr. Sarafa, that you have to take repump or inflate these tires, put it back in the state it was before you impounded it.
Hmm.
It will be a different case if probably the court found somebody guilty of violation of traffic law and the person, gets a ticket for it, they've deflated your tires and everything. I think even ideally, even if they've done that, you shouldn't even pay for pumping the tires.
Mm-hmm.
Because that you impound my car does not mean you should go ahead to deflate the
And
tires.
destroy my property.
It's within your custody, it's within your station. Nobody can just enter and take the car. You have the keys to the car. So why deflate it?
Mm-hmm.
Even by deflating it, you are even destroying the tires.
Absolutely.
Because the tire is not pumped, there's no air in it. The rim of the tire is resting on the tire, and it can even cut it from within, from inside the tire.
If there's no air.
Because if the tire is packed for so long, let's say for a week, 2 weeks or more, it can also destroy the tires, which are not even little money to buy if you have to buy new tires. So I don't think it's ideal, and these are the things we'll be looking at. Because of what I've experienced, I've made it a duty or a call for us to pursue this, we must checkmate their excesses. I'm not
Absolutely.
saying that we are always right as Lagosians or as commuters, but even if we are wrong, even if we violate the traffic laws, let the due process take its toll.
Hmm.
Let it be that, oh, good, you committed this, let the person know. We will refer you to court, and also Lagosians and every Nigerian. Let us go through this process. Good, I know it could be inconvenient. It can inflict inconvenience on us. Unnecessary spending or plans coming and everything. But it's good for us to do this in order to sanitize our system.
Absolutely.
We can't keep complaining about this and do nothing about it. We can't keep folding our hands. Let it be that the court fines you or fines us, pay the money to the designated government account. Let Lagos State
Sorry, let me
also
quickly
generate
address one
revenue from
person
it.
here. Sorry, let me quickly address
Yeah,
Omowaleola Oladiton. What question did I miss? I asked every question I needed from the guest, and he's answering all the questions already. Which one are you trying to embarrass yourself about? Because I don't understand. People are asking live questions, and because there are too many coming in at the same time, how does that make me a bad journalist? I'm trying to keep up with the guests, the pace of the guest, and you are trying to embarrass yourself. I don't understand. What is your question?
Mr. Chapo,
Put your
just
question
ignore,
straight.
just ignore the person. It's possible it's a last mile officer.
I
Just
understand they have touts.
just
They have e-rats. They have touts on the
just
road. They have so we
just
have to
ignore.
address. They
Right,
are part of the people we have to
right.
address. So that's the
Yeah, and
reason. Sorry to.
we
So
can't take all the questions as well. People should understand
I
that we can't
should
take
I
all the
stop the
questions.
person?
And the
Should I
essence
stop
of
the
this,
person currently answering a question to say stop? Don't answer that again. Answer this other one. Should I do that? Is one of the
let's
their
let's
is
let's
one of
ignore.
their
Let's ignore. The
is one of
essence is
their. But
that,
I have to quickly put him. I have to quickly check him. I have to quickly put him in check. That's why. Sorry to
yeah,
say
it's
that.
okay.
So that another
Yeah,
person will
it's
not come
okay.
back and
The
do that
essence
same
of
thing.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, the essence of this is to share my experience, sensitize people,
Absolutely.
a
Yeah.
proper platform. Like I said on my page and on my post, I intend to have a Zoom meeting, a webinar
Okay.
that can accommodate as many Lagosians as possible
Okay.
to talk about you, LASTMA, and
And the
Lagos
law.
State traffic law.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us understand the traffic law. When you understand the traffic law, you know when you are right and when you're wrong. You know
Absolutely.
what to do when you are right, how to stand on your rights. And even when you are wrong, you know the procedure you should be taking through.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be taking through a procedure of extortion.
Mhm.
Okay, you said I'm wrong. What does the law say as my fine? It states it. If you want to, talk about it in court, ask for a referral to the mobile court. Get to the mobile court, relate, you state the account of how it happened. That when I was in court, there was one that said, okay, he was guilty, he did this, did that, and the last one gave him a ticket of 30,000 naira at first. He insisted he was going to court. He got to court. The court, reduced it, mitigated it to 5,000 naira. Imagine if he had not, you know,
Taking
gone
the
to court.
yeah the
Instead,
rigor.
he
Yeah.
would have probably paid more and
Added
even
the
into
30,000.
individuals' pocket.
Exactly.
Thereby, you are enriching them illegally.
Absolutely.
So these guys are paid salary. If their
Let me ask
salary are
at the
not enough,
point.
they should channel it
Let me
properly
ask
for an increment of salary.
at the point that you got to the LASTMA office on the day.
Yeah.
Did they ask you to tell your own story, how it happened or what happened to you at the office? So before they give it, did the LASTMA people at the office ask you question?
They did not. They did not. I was even the one trying to explain to them.
And
Probably they would see reason with me.
were they interested in
And
listening
yet
to
he
you?
told me no, that he will give me tickets or refer me to court. Is that I was like, then he calm down now. We are here, we are human beings, at least. As a principle of what we call common humanity, empathize with somebody, get the person out. And if you must insist on doing the right thing, do it. It's good. But if somebody is not wrong and yet you feel you can abuse your office to just inflict inconvenience, because that was what they did to me. They inflicted untold hardship on me, inconvenience, and it's even an era where there is COVID-19. So
Mm-hmm.
even it's just God that protects us.
Absolutely.
Because the Uber car I use, do I know who the Uber driver had used to carry before I entered the car. What if the person was a COVID-19 patient? So those exposures and
Do
everything.
you know? Do you even know what is funny? What is more funny is that they are also not afraid for their own life. The person
Well,
in
it
my own
depends
case,
on.
in my own case, the person who flagged me down had told me on phone that he was a little weak and tired, that he was stranded and he was tired. I don't know what condition he was in, and I was trying to rescue him. I had
Mm,
sanitizer in my car, I had everything. I already picked him. It's just like somebody waved you down. You are trying to rescue somebody by roadside, among other crowd waiting.
yeah.
He flagged me down. I picked him, and the next thing they swooped on me. They muzzled. I didn't even argue with it because I didn't even want them to touch me. They took my key, opened my door by themselves, asked my friend to come down, shoved him to the back. If that my friend that I was trying to rescue has sample or symptoms of COVID, you don't even know and you don't even care. You touched him, you rough handled him. You took my car, you took my key, the key I just touched. You collected it from my hand and I handed it over to you. You were not wearing any hand glove or anything. And these are the same
So
people representing the government that is supposed to be sensitizing people about the danger in COVID-19.
yeah, apparently they are not even complying with the Lagos State directive on
With their own
COVID-19.
laws.
They are not complying in the discharge of their duties. So, Mr. Shagun, that is just
All right,
my,
thank you so much
well,
for
I
your
say,
time. I
unpleasant
appreciate you so
experience.
much.
But yeah, by no many negotiations to have experienced this, but I think it's just high time we put a stop
Absolutely.
to this. We need to come together like this. We have to be united in doing this.
Mm.
In doing, we have to. And I know
And
this
that's
cut
exactly
across
why we decided to start
every
doing this
sector.
diary. Mm.
Yeah, this cut across every sector in Nigeria as well. We need to demand for transparency, for accountability and
Mm-hmm.
good governance.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, I would pay the penalty. If anybody
Appropriately.
is wrong, let the
Not
person pay
not that
appropriately.
BRT
But
not that BRT monitoring team will come and
imagine,
accost me on a
yeah,
non-BRT road and be billing me the same punishment for somebody who offended or encroached on BRT lane. What sense
and
is
we
in
are,
that? So you are simply saying that I am a BRT violator. That is what you are simply trying to
on
rub
a
on my face.
on a lane that is not
On a
designated
road that does not even have
BRT.
BRT road at all. That does not even have any BRT
These
lane.
are things we need to talk about during the webinar, and I hope it will come very soon. I'm actually
Abs-
working on it. Yes.
Absolutely.
If
Yeah.
if, if I've known, I would have scheduled it during this public holiday, but maybe I would do that
No, we
on
can
a
always do it
weekend.
every other time.
That,
It's not a big deal.
yeah, where people would have time to
Yeah.
to watch and also log in. I wouldn't want to do it on a day where people will be at work or still doing traffic. Maybe on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah,
we
good.
would work on it
No, we would
and
have
I'll
announced
put
it
the
ahead.
information out.
Yeah. So that people will
I'll put the
anticipate
information out.
and wait for it. Yeah.
So that is it. Thank you for your good work, Mr. Shagun.
And
We
I
need to
appreciate
continue
your
to
time.
sensitize.
You are
We
supposed
need
to
to
be eating
we need to
salaram.
sensitize the
You
negotiators.
are supposed to be eating salaram right now, but I hijacked you. So
In
I
fact,
must thank you.
breakfast is ready. I've not had breakfast. I
Uh,
just felt
that's why I
this is
must
more
appreciate
important.
you. I must appreciate
Yeah,
the
this is more
sacrifice.
important. We
Mm,
need to get this message out to
yeah.
negotiators and Nigerians. We
Mm,
need to stop this excessiveness and the arbitrariness. We
mm,
need to. We
mm,
need to.
mm.
So we have to do a joint effort, because if we just want a quick fix or probably a quick way out of this, we also contribute. That's the implication.
Mm.
It means that we contribute to the rot of the system.
Absolutely.
Imagine when I went there to collect my car on Friday and I was talking to them, one of their officers, like my officer, was telling me that Sarafa and I, we are not mates. That the assets or the properties he has, that I don't have it. I was like,
How did you
I'm
acquire the
out of,
property?
no, that's the issue. I said, how is that how does that add to the money in my account?
It is his
I might not have
property.
the
I'm not
assets,
even
the
contesting for his
assets.
property. I'm contesting for my rights.
Well, yeah,
So what?
I told the person I may not even have the asset he has. And I don't mind if I don't. But what I have is good conscience. which he does not have. And secondly, I don't expect people to have properties. I work, people pay for my services, and I do whatever I need to do with the money I get from it. So not by illegally extorting
Or is
people.
Sharafa
So
trying to
you
acquire
can't.
my property in addition to his own?
So that is just it. We need to because if we keep giving them the 5,000, the 10,000,
The
somebody on my
50,000 in my
page
own
said
case. Can you imagine?
twice in the month of July
Mm.
that he was accosted, and the first time he paid 20,000, the second time he paid 25,000. Imagine if they do that to 10,000 Lagosians. We have about over 20 million Lagosians, people living in Lagos. 10,000 people in a month. Do you know how much they are raking in? That is not
And
even
each
going to
person
government
paying
account.
and each person will be paying an average of 2 times a month.
Sure. It's just
Oh
annoying. Even if it
God.
is once a month,
How much
it's
is this?
annoying.
How much is that person's salary? You are
It's
encouraging that person to
annoying.
be corrupt.
And they use, yeah, that is it. You are contributing to the corruption in the system. So if we must leave this corruption issue in the board, it is our collective responsibility.
Absolutely.
It is. At
Mm.
least, if you are wrong, admit you're wrong, pay the fine and all. If you are right, insist on the due process and do it. Not
Absolutely.
that you keep giving people money. And that's the reason they keep. Now, their strategy is this: they use public transport, uh, especially on the Lekki Ajaxis. You see them inside all these white buses. You won't even know that they are the ones there.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they've jumped up, they've blocked you.
Mm.
Essentially, God has this country. We just have to do what we need to do, because prayer would not do it all alone. It is faith and work. It is prayer and action. And I just want to use this medium to probably call on like-minded Nigerians or Lagosians. We need to do this together in solidarity. Let's
Absolutely.
minimize it, because insanely, I can't wrap my mind around it. If at this stage in this present time, we are experiencing this level of wickedness of rot in the system,
Mm.
and it is not checked, what kind of level will my children or my grandchildren meet in the next probably 15, 20, 40, 50 years?
Mm.
It's going to go from worst to worst. It's
Absolutely.
bad already. It's even worse already. So we need to. We know we can't have an utopian state. We can't have a perfect state, but we can have a state or a country that is, sane, that is good for everybody to live without fear of LASTMA, oppression, or extortion. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much. Thank
I
you for
appreciate
having
you.
me
I
on
appreciate
your
you.
TV, the media house.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
that. Thank you, migrations, for listening to this. Let's do this together. Nigeria would get better by God's grace. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Inshallah. Because today is Muslim holiday.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
that's it.
Barista. I appreciate you once again. And that is a lawyer, Gbolahan Ogunyemi, sharing his own experience as of the time. Now, let me say that it is very important that we keep doing this. I've already started it. This is LASTMA Diary 1. I'll bring another person tomorrow. We'll do LASTMA Diary 2. If you are just joining, you can always play back from the beginning and hear the conversation we have had. But in summary, if in case you joined late, he heard strange sound on his car, pulled up at the bus stop, and tried to get to buy recharge card to call his mechanic to complain. Before he just to buy card and come back, he already saw LASTMA as if they had been targeting, looking around for anybody, and then they were already towing his car, and he was asking questions. Sorry, I mean, this is a distress. It is a distress reason I decided to pull up and kindly and quickly attend to a situation. And you are ready to in my car. They did not even listen. When he even got to their office, the guys at the office only were waiting for customers. They are not interested in listening to whether you have a genuine case or not, or a genuine reason, or an exceptional reason, or a reason humanitarian to have stopped over. Because if his car had developed fault, maybe for instance the tire detached at the middle of the road, it would have caused serious traffic problem and breach. So he decided to excuse his car from the road to the nearest lay-by or bus stop and fix the problem. And you now decided to tow him instead of asking him what the problem is and trying to see if you can help him uh, get out of that place. The all you are interested in is that revenue you want to collect, or that money you want to collect and extort from people. If you do this to everybody, if you do this to many people, you can't do it to everybody. And that is the point we are trying to make. We must stop and end this extortion finally. I know not many people are online because of the holiday, but I'm sure that people that I know, my own people, they will always play back if they see that I have done a live broadcast with somebody. This diary is number one. I'm going to diary 20 because I have already lined many people up. Aha. So we will go and on, one per day. We will do it every day. We are doing LASTMA diary, and then I'm ready to use my own experience and my own case to start something, to fight on behalf of other people who have been daily oppressed in Lagos State, and that's why we are doing this. Gentlemen and ladies, I end it by leaving you. I end diary 1 by leaving you with Larry Safari. The title of this song, as you know, is Vagabonds in Power, VIP. Bye for now. I'll see you again, and happy Salah once again. Shegun.